What's good, my beautiful people? It's King M's. I got a piece that I wrote today, 3/19/26. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna talk about it. Listen up. The hyperbolic time chamber. Sometimes in life you must become the change you seek before you are able to see that change in physical form. In order to become what and who you desperately desire to be, it takes for you to fake it until you make it. By doing this, you will unconsciously begin to walk in the footsteps in the direction you need in order to make that change possible. Nothing in life is just handed to you, especially if deep down you know that you are not the person who can possess such quality or things. Oftentimes, it is not about what it is that you want that is unreachable, but rather you just aren't behaving as the person who is capable of achieving said things. I'm not fond of the idea of pretending to be something that you are not in order to prove a point to others, because by doing so requires you to sacrifice your authenticity. However, pretending to be something or someone else for yourself is an entirely different story. I say this because in order for growth to happen in your own personal atmosphere, you will have to become something and someone you haven't been before in order to achieve success in newer endeavors. It takes for you to learn new qualities you were never taught, but it also will require you to unlearn qualities and characteristics that does not benefit who you are becoming. Sometimes wearing a mask is necessary in order to play and act out this new role, if belief in yourself is a struggle. However, if you are to achieve total embodiment of this new character, it is imperative that your resolve is selfish to your own desires and not for the approval of another's. Let's touch on that a little bit, because this is something I'm learning myself, you feel me? So, like, in life, it's like you literally can want things, you can desire things, you can want to achieve certain things, but until you can see yourself being the person that can attain those things in your mind, it's literally going to stop you from being able to walk in the footsteps in the direction of the person who already has that thing. And I'll use my weight journey for example. Like, back in 2020, I ain't look nothing like this. I got abs. I got a good physique now, but I was fat, like, and I wasn't like fat because I'm tall, but I was like 270. Yeah, and that weight was not easy for me to get off at first until like I learned what self love was. Once I learned self love and appreciate the skin that I'm in, that's when all of it shut off. And even in what I just wrote, it's like you got to do the same thing. Not only do you have to take on the characteristics of this person you wish to be, but you also have to have grace and love for who you are right now, for whatever situation you are in right now. You got to be grateful for what you have right now, while also simultaneously walking in the shoes of that thing, person that you want to become. Otherwise, you'll just find yourself running in place. You gotta, if you're trying to become Freddy Krueger, you gotta become the Nightmare on Elm Street. You gotta walk in those steps. If you're trying to become your favorite actor, you gotta walk in those steps and have the confidence as if you are already that thing that you are trying to become. You feel me? Before I lost my weight, I just envisioned the weight being off me. And then when the weight came off me, I was just skin and bone pretty much and just extra fat on my body. And then I had to envision myself being a certain type of build. And it's like, without me even realizing it, I started changing and doing things to walk in the path of that person that had that build that I want. And now I have that build that I want. Now I'm at a point in my life where I want other things and I want to achieve other things. And I'm finding myself coming to this place again to where I have to, and it's not something that you always remember, because even though I've done it, it's not, it's like you got to apply the same equation to a different outcome. You feel me? Like, same input for a different output. You feel me? And so I only wrote that because it's at a time of my life. I'm not going to speak on exactly what I'm trying to change, but even doing YouTube is a part of this. So it's like, you got to have the confidence of that person you want to become. You got to have the mindset. You got to think about how they think, what they would be doing right now if you was them. And then it's not, and then it gets to a point where you're not just thinking about what they would be, what they would be doing right now if you was them. But then after that, it's like, stop thinking future terms. Think right now. Become that right now. Feel like that right now, no matter what your situation look like. And it's not something easy to do. It's something that takes discipline within your own mind. You feel me? But it's necessary to achieve the things that you want to achieve. That unconscious walk of, you're here and you want to be here, but the person here and the person here, they have two different stamina packs. You feel me? This person here, they might be able to run for 5 minutes, but this person here could run for 10. And it's not to say that you got to build the exact discipline of that person you're trying to become, but it's to say that that person did certain things to be able to have the stamina pack for 5 minutes, and that person did certain things to have the stamina pack for 10 minutes. So you got to identify within yourself the changes that you need to make within yourself, and then be it right now so that you can unconsciously start walking towards that thing. And yeah, you're just going to keep it right there, keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to yap too much, not going to say too much. But the power is in your hands, the ball is in your court. As a human, you are the most advanced piece of technology on this planet. Never believe that you can't do something. Can't is a belief. You can do anything you put your mind to. And if you think you can't, it's somebody that did. And they thought they couldn't until they wanted it so bad that they just became it. It enveloped them. They couldn't help but to walk in the direction that that person that they're seeking to be, that discovering they're seeking to make, they couldn't help but to walk in that direction of the person that has that thing. And not only walk in that direction, but feel the way that that person needs to feel in order to achieve whatever outcome it is you're trying to achieve. That being said, I'm going to leave it right there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Share if you feel like somebody need to hear this. And yeah, we out. I love y'all. Limitless game. It's M's Limitless. And I'm out here. I love y'all. Peace.